Hello, friends. Still not Jim Nance. Kurt Berglund here with Clubhouse Baseball. Game that I did a little bit of a demo on yesterday. Walked you through the parts of the game available on my channel. And did a few batters of a demo. Today we're going to do a full game demo of Clubhouse Baseball. I'm going to show you a couple different ways that I've used to organize my table with Clubhouse Baseball. I'm going to show you the game, do a game, talk about the cards and the rules. The teams are from 1989. There are 3 seasons of Clubhouse Baseball. I don't have the 1988 version. I do have 89 and 90. And the 2 teams are from 1989. I chose the 1989 Chicago Cubs to visit my good friend Tony Porter's 1989 New York Mets. That's right, Cards and Dice TV. New York Mets. He's all about them. So, these teams for Clubhouse Baseball, 24-man rosters, and I know, it's going to make heads explode all over this great land of ours. And I'm going to do it to you again. That's right. I picked the lineups. Huh? I picked the lineups. They're not as played. All right, so here we go. For the visiting Chicago Cubs, we're going to do the lineups, get the game started, work through some options for playing the game. I like the game. I give it a big thumbs up. Okay, so here we go with the game. Here we go. Lineups for the visiting Cubs, using the DH just because. Leading off in center field will be Jerome Walton. Batting second, Dwight Smith, he's the DH. Ryan Sandberg bats third, he's the second. Mark Grace bats fourth, he's at first. Andre Dawson bats fifth, he's in right field. Damon Berryhill bats sixth, he's the catcher. Vance Law bats seventh, he's the third. Sean Dunston bats eighth, he's at short. And Mitch Webster will bat ninth, he's going to play left field. Sutcliffe will be on the mound for the Cubs. Alrighty. For the Mets, it's Samuel leading off in center field. Magadan batting second at first. Howard Johnson batting third at third base. Darryl Strawberry batting fourth in right field. Kevin McReynolds batting fifth in left field. Down there. Barry Lyons will bat sixth behind the plate. Tim Tuffle will bat seventh at second base. Gary Carter will bat eighth, and he'll do the DHing. And Kevin Elster will bat ninth at shortstop. On the mound is Gooden for the New York Mets. All right, so we got the Cubs, we got the Mets, we got the cards there. Here's one way to organize your system. Jerome Walton steps in against Dwight Gooden. All right, so we got 1, 3, and 3. We go low to high, organizing our dice. 13 is a 15 on Walton's card. It's a 4 on Gooden's card. We take the low number. That's a strikeout, and we're underway with Gooden's first strikeout in this one. Now it's Dwight Smith. Still bases empty. Organizing our dice. 3, 5, 6. We take the 2 low ones. Here's Dwight Smith. 35. A 35 is a 5 on Smith. It's a 25E on Gooden. We take this one because it's got the E modifier. There's no runners on base. So we look for a 25. And it's a deep fly with a 6 as the modifier, and I have rolled a 6 here. So here's where the ball is going for Mr. Smith. Alrighty, now come back here, and this page is just a wonderful page. So we got a deep fly, that's going to be a fly ball. So we'll need this chart available probably. We look at the 1. It says read the play result from the B1 column of the ballpark card in the row which corresponds to the side chart being used. Well, it's a deep fly and it's a 1. So it's a deep fly out to right fielder Darryl Strawberry. And that's it for out number 2. All right, now it's Ryan Sandberg. We got a 1-5. That is a 22L. Gooden's not a lefty, so we're not going to worry about that one. So we're just going to take the 2 off of Gooden's card. It's a foul out. 6 is the number, but it doesn't match, so it's just a foul out to Barry Lyons. And the first inning is over. Just that easy. Now it's Sutcliffe against the Mets. Gonna do a few innings like this, and then I'll do a few innings the other way. Here's Sutcliffe pitching to Samuel. It's a 3-3 with a 6 and a 4 on the side. 33 is a 4 for Samuel. 33 is a 5T for Sutcliffe. The T kicks in if he's tired, which Sutcliffe is not. So we take the 4. The 4 is a strikeout. And Sutcliffe gets his first strikeout, and there's one down. Now it's Magadan. All right, 1-4 is an 18 on Magadan. It's a 0 on Sutcliffe. So the 0. Now we read the third red die as the dice number. The third red die is a 5. We read the red result number opposite that dice number from the card producing the 0. All right. So that means that we just, because this is Sutcliffe's card, we look for we take the 5 and we go to the 5 on his card, which becomes a 1. And the 1, oops, that's up here. When your red result number is a 1, we rethrow all 4 dice. All right, so we do that here. Give it a little shake. We rearrange low to high, 1, 4, 6. And we read the red result opposite the throw on the card producing the 1 on the first throw. All right, so it's here. We go back to a 0. And we use the 6. The 6 is an 8. The 8 is a line out. Yep, it's a line out. We have a 6 for our modifier here. So it's to second base. And 2 is our white die number. So we're going to read the we're going to read the B2 column of the ballpark card for the line out result. All right. So that's a fly ball according to this chart. So we have a 6. We're going to look at the B2 result on the ballpark card. And we have a line out. And it says no. So we're going to come down here. Line out, fly ball, no, single. Magadan singles. And with 1 out, the Mets have a base runner. Now it's Hojo coming to the plate. Rearrange our dice. 2, 3, and a 5. 23 is a 10 for Johnson. 23 is an 11 for Sutcliffe. We take the lower number, and that becomes a ground out to the shortstop. We have a 5 match here and a 5 white die. So we're going to need the fielding ability of, because it matches here, the white die is a 5. We're going to look at the fielding ability of the defensive player to determine the outcome of the play. Well, the defensive player is the shortstop. That's Sean Dunston. And Dunston is a 64. We look for the high die and we compare them to the fielding rating. That's Dunston's first number. So we look at the side chart marked first. Well, it's ground ball. We have 1 out, and it's a ground out at first base. So the runners are going to move up. Johnson is out 6-3 to Dunston, and that retires him. Now it's Strawberry at first base open. Hope Sutcliffe's careful. Pitch to Darrell. 1-3 is a 14 on Strawberry. It's a 22T, but Sutcliffe isn't tired, so we go back to the 14 for Strawberry. And the 14 is a short fly. We're looking for the number here. It's a 4. This one's a 5, so that's nothing. So Jerome Walton's going to make that catch for out number 3, and the first inning is done for the Mets and Sutcliffe. Top of the second. Coming, it's Gooden versus Grace, Dawson, and Berryhill for the Cubs. Oh, and I didn't move the chart. I did not move the chart, which I should have done. Rookie mistake. Going too fast, people. Going too fast. All right, so we'll slow it down a little bit. 45 is a 22R. The R is if he's right-handed. 45 is a 6, but the R means that that's what we take because the letter does apply. Gooden is right-handed. So it's a 22 for Grace. It's going to be a double for Mark. And he's on with nobody out. Now we got to move our charts, which I forgot to do before. And find the runner on second base chart. Here it is. All right. As you can see, runner on second. Here's Dawson with nobody out. 2, 3, and a 6. All right. 23 is a 19. 23 is a 10D. And a D, I'm forgetting what that... Oh, no, that's a double play chance. There is no double play opportunity there. So we don't take that one. We take this one. It's a 19 for Dawson. The 19 is a short fly. We're looking for a 5. There's no 5. So Juan Samuel's going to make that catch, and there's out number 1. Here's Berryhill. Still have a runner on second. Now there's 1 out. Pitch. 1, 2, 5. 15L. Gooden's not a lefty, so we don't worry about that. We look at Gooden's 12, and that's a 10. So that's a ground out to third base. Does the 5 match the 6? No, it doesn't. So that's a ground out to third with no advance. Grace holds put, and there's 2 outs, and now it's Vance Law. Hope you can get a sense of how the game flows. It's really an easy game once you get rolling here. All right. 2, 3 is an 11. 2, 3 is a 10D. That's the double play opportunity again, which does not exist. So we go to Law's 11. Ground out 5. We don't match the 5. It's a 6, so it's a ground out from Elster to Magadan, and that retires the Cubs in the second. So, no score after 1.5. Nifty, nifty game. All right, now we go back to the base is empty because we're going to the bottom of the second. And it's McReynolds, Lyons, and Tuffle. And the pitch from Sutcliffe is a 1-2-6. So we look here. 12 makes an 11 on E on Reynolds' card. There's no runners on base. And it's a 12 on Sutcliffe's card, but because there are no runners on base, it matches McReynolds. So we take the 11 and we look and see. It's a ground out to third, Vance Law. Now we do have a match on the 6. And the white die is a 5, so that means we got to look at the fielder's rating for Vance Law. Law is a 53, so we're going to re-roll all 3 dice. Doesn't match, nothing matches the first digit, nothing matches the second digit, but the third digit, the E, is matched. So we're going to look at that column here. But now because, yeah, no, that's to Dunston, but we have a fatigued pitcher. So we add 3 with 3 pluses here. That becomes a single for Samuel, and there's a man on now with 2 outs for Magadan. Because of, and only because of, Sutcliffe's fatigue. 2 outs, Magadan up, 3 in for the Mets. Sutcliffe trying to work through his troubles. Bottom of the second. Pitch to Magadan. 1-2-4. It's a 9E. It is not a bases empty situation. So we take the 12, and it's another base hit. Single with a 1 base advance because we have 2 pluses here. So we add 2. 12 plus 2 makes 4. I don't think with 2 outs that would happen. So, we got a short fly. We have a defensive rating of a 63. And we're going to roll one time. Roll a 6. That gets us a good jump. The run rating is for Webster. Mitch Webster is a 63. All right. Determine the jump Webster got. We're rolling 3 dice. We got a 3, 4, 6. And he did get a good jump. That was right. Okay. So now we re-roll and match his running. Take the high number and compare it to his stolen base rating to see what kind of jump he got. Stolen base is a 63. The high number is the first column. So he got a good jump, and we're using the first column, and that means Mitch Webster scores on the single. And it's 3-1. The runners are going to move up on the throw. And now it's Grace. Second and third are the base runners. Here's our chart for second and third. 2 outs, Grace facing Gooden. 2, 3, 6. 2, 3 is a 7 on Grace's card. It's a 10D on Gooden's card. The D means double play chance, which does not apply. So we take the 23, which is a 7 for Gracie, and that's popped up. Magadan's under it and takes it for out number 3. So the Cubs get 1 in the third. 3-1 ball game. Sanderson back out. Got to flip the chart back to the bases empty side. And now it'll be McReynolds to face Sanderson in the bottom of the third. The pitch is a 1-2-6. 12 and 11E. The bases are empty. That's grounded to Vance Law. The 6 matches the 6. The 2 tells us we're going to read the B2 column of the ballpark card. It's a ground out. So we go ground ball, B2, 1. So we come over here and we go first number. There's nobody out. It's a ground out at first base, 5-3. Next is Lions. 2-5-6. 2-5 is a 15. And it's a 24T. Well, Sanderson's not tired yet. So it's a 15. And that's going to be a base hit for Lions with 1 out. Now it's Tuffle. Runner on first. Tuffle at the plate. There's 1 out. 3-5-5, so it's a 35. 14 on Tuffle's card. 25M on Sanderson's card. means runners on base. So we take it because there is a runner on base. It's a 25, and it's a deep fly. Now there is no 6 to match, so it's going to be caught by Jerome Walton. And Lyons is ungodly slow, and he's also not on second base, so he's going to stay put. And with 2 outs, it's Carter. 1, 2, 4. 11E, bases are not empty, so we take the 12 from Sanderson. We have a chance for a force out, 5-4 force out, and we get it because there's no match for the 5. So Law throws to Sandberg and retires Lyons, going to second base, and that's the end of that inning. We go to the 4th. Now it's Gooden facing the Cubs. That's Dawson, then Berryhill, then Law. Here's our bases empty. Gooden's pitch to Dawson is a 2-3-5, so 23. 19 on Dawson. 10D. D is a double play chance, but there is none. So it's a 19. The 19 is a short fly 5, and it's for McReynolds. We do have a 5 here, and that matches the number there. Now we look at our white die, and that means we got to re-roll all 3. It's a 1, 2, 4, and we look at McReynolds' defensive rating. It's a 63. Nothing matches. So it's a short fly, SF down here. And no, nothing matches. So McReynolds makes the catch on a short fly out. 1 gone in the 4th. Now it's Berryhill. Oop. And I'm dropping dice left and right. Who knows? So we're going to sub. All right. 1, 2, 6. It's a 10 on Gooden. It's a 15 on Berryhill. L. Gooden's not a lefty, so we take the 10. The 10 is a ground out Elster. There's no 5 here to match all the numbers, so we don't have to check Elster. It's just an out. 2 gone, and now Vance Law. 2 outs, nobody on in the 4th. For the Cubs, 4, 6, 6. 23 on Law, 20 on Gooden. We take the 20. It's a short fly, left field. There's a 6, so we got to check McReynolds. It's blank. We haven't had that yet. So we're going to read the play result from the original play result square on the base situation playing field. In this case, the side charts are not used. All right, so we ignore the matching number. We just take the fly out to left, and it's a 1, 2, 3, 4th inning for Gooden. Bottom of the 4th now for Sanderson. He's got Elster, then the top with Samuel and Magadan. 2, 4, 5. 2, 4 is a 4. 2, 4 is an 11. So we take the 4, and Elster strikes out. Sanderson's second strikeout. Now we get Samuel. 1, 3, 4. 13 is a 13. 13 is a 22T. So we take the 13 because Sanderson's not tired, and it's a single with the bases empty. Samuel is on. We have a runner on first, so we flip our chart. Now it's Magadan, 1 out, 1 on. 1, 1, 6. An 11 is a 13B on Magadan. That means both. So that overrides everything Sanderson's got going on. It's an 11. Ground ball to Gracie. He's got it. We have a 1 base advance, and so Samuel goes to second. 2 down. Now it's Hojo. 3 and a 3. It's a 4 on Johnson. It's a 5T. Sanderson's not tired. The 4 is right there. It's a strikeout. And that retires the side. 3rd strikeout for Sanderson. And we're going to the 5th. We flip back to the bases empty. Dunston, Webster, and Walton. Top of the 5th. Sean is a 1-4-4. So 14 is a 9. 14 is a 5. We take the 5. It's a walk. Dunston's on. Now it's Webster. Two, 5, 5. 25 is a 14. It's an 13E. And the E is the base is empty, but the bases aren't empty. So we take the 25, that's the 14 on Webster's card, with a runner on first, because I did not flip the chart. So we take a 14 with a runner on first. And that's a single. He's going to move up a base. Dunston's at second. Now it's Walton. One, 3, 4. So 13 is a 15 on Walton. It's a 4 on Gooden. That's a strikeout. And that's number 2 for Gooden. 1 out in the 5th. 1 out in the 5th. And a strikeout there. Smith is up. He's 0 for 2. 1, 2, 6. It's a 10 for Gooden. It's a 14R. Gooden is a righty, so we take that. It's a 14. That's a... Oh, didn't do first and second, did I? Runners on first and second. And that's a 14. And that's a base hit. So they're all going to advance 1 base. Now, I could push it, but I'm going to hold Dunston with 1 out at third base. And it's Gooden against Sandberg. Bases loaded now. Bases loaded. And there's 1 out. No, I'm sorry. There's nobody out. Oh, there's 1 out. There's 1 out. Walton struck out. All right. And the pitch is a 1-4-5. 14 is a 12. 14 is a 5. He walked him. He walked in a run. It's 3-2 now. Base is still loaded. Gooden's stamina is at a 3. So 1 more run, and he's going to be tired. Grace. Base is still loaded. 1-4-6. 14 is an 18. 14 is a 5. And he walked in the tying run. So Gooden's control leaves him. And I'm going to go with a new pitcher for the Mets. And I'll go with Darling. No, wait. There are no long men here. Well, Cohn had a game in relief, so we'll use him. And he'll face Dawson. Bases loaded. Pitch to Andre is a 1-5-6. 15 is a 14L. Cohn's not a lefty. It's a 2 for Cohn. The foul out. Third number is not a 5, so Lions will make that catch, and there's 2 down, and now it's Berryhill Cubs have scored 2 to tie it here in the 5th. The base is still loaded. The pitch is a 2-5-6. 14 on Berryhill. 5 on Cone. Same walked him. Walked in the lead run. 4-3 Cubs. Cubs have drawn 4 walks in the inning. Now it's Law. Cubs lead 4-3. 1-1-6. 15L. He's not a lefty. It's a 9. And the 6 does match Tuffle. The 4 tells us we have to re-roll and see what matches Tim Tuffle's defense. His defense is a 53 with an E4, so it's going to match the E column. 2 outs. Second base is a 2-base error on Tuffle, and the Mets have come apart in the 5th inning. Sandberg scores from 3rd. Gray scores from 2nd. Berryhill goes to 3rd, and Law is safe at 3rd. And it's 6-3 Cubs. Cohen's still not out of the inning. They've batted around. Dunston up again. 1-5-6. 15 is a 16R, so that's going to be it. It's a single to right. Nope. Bases are not loaded. They're at 2nd and 3rd. Runners at 2nd and 3rd, and we got a 16. So that's going to be a single that will score the 7th run for the Cubs. Berryhill comes in. Law stops at 3rd. And now it's Webster. Cohen is not stopping the bleeding. 1-3 is a 13. 1-3 is a 5T. He's not tired. Not yet. 1-3 is with 1st and 3rd now. 1st and 3rd and a 13. Here it is. First and 3rd and a 13 is a short fly. It's a 5 on the die, so that's going to mean a catch for Samuel, and the inning is finally over. The Cubs plate 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 runs. It's 7-3. Going to the bottom of the 5th. All right, before we go to the bottom of the 5th, I want to share with you the pitcher fatigue system. The first layer, there's 2 layers to it. The first one I'll show you on Don Ossie's card. There's a T. There's the first layer to it. So once Ossie, in this case, allows a run or pitches 2 innings, appears in 2 innings in relief, either of these gets you the T's. All right. But if you get both the runs and the innings met, then the pluses kick in. And you start seeing stuff like you see on here, for example, with a ground out to shortstop with 3 pluses, the 10 becomes the 13. So there's 2 layers, there's 2 levels of fatigue, and that's what I'm trying to show you as part of the game. I messed that up before, but corrected it now. Now, for the second half of the game, I'm going to show you this play chart, play mat. It is used. However, it's what I like to use when I'm playing clubhouse baseball, and I'll tell you why. What I do is I keep the boards handy, the different boards for the different base running situations. And I flip those, I have those off in front of me. But I use the mat because there's all sorts of reminders on here for me on how to proceed with the game. And so I like to have this here. There's room for the cards, the batter, the pitcher, the ballpark, all that good stuff. So I'm going to do the last 4.5 innings or so using this so that you see this is in front of you and this is a way to organize yourself. But I'm still referring to these, of course, to determine the play results. The inning is the bottom of the 5th, and I've brought in a left-hander, Steve Wilson, out of the Cubs bullpen. He's got the 1-3 fatigue situation, so those are his limits for fatigue. 1 run and or 3 innings pitched. He is a left-hander who I brought in for Strawberry's sake. 7-3 Cubs, bottom of the 5th. And there's our pitch, is a 3-3. So that's a 4 on Strawberry. It's a 0 on Wilson. So for the 0, we are going to read the third red die, which is a 5. Now we look on Wilson's card and get the 8. The 8 is a line out to shortstop. And that, a line out to second base. And that is out number 1 in the bottom of the 5th. Now it's McReynolds. Mets coming off a disastrous top of the 5th where the Cubs scored 6 runs. The pitch is a 2-4-5, so it's a 2-4. If Wilson's left-handed, he is, so that takes precedence. It's a 15 for McReynolds, and it's a base hit with nobody on. So the Mets have a base runner with 1 out in the 5th. All right. Now it's Lions, Barry Lions. 1-3-6, 14, and a 13E. Well, the bases aren't empty, so we're going with the 14. And the 14 is a single with a 1 base advance. So now there's runners at first and second for the Mets with 1 out. And Wilson's having some trouble right off the bat. Now it's Tuffle. Homered back in the second. Tim is 1 for 2. The pitch is a 3-6. That's a 15. And a 23 if he's tired, but he's not. So it's a 15. And that's going to be a short fly into right field. The 5 does not match what's on the chart, so it's going to be caught by Dawson. And there's 2 outs now. And now it'll be Carter. Gary is 0 for 2. 1, 2, 3. So 11 with the bases empty? Nope. Straight up 11 off Wilson's card. And that is a force out. The 5 is the modifier on the chart. There is no 5 that I've rolled here for the high die for the red. So that means that Vance Law is going to step on third for the 3rd out of the inning, and the Mets are retired in the 5th. All right, so Wilson allows a couple of base runners, but that's it. Now I'm bringing in Don Ossie for the Mets. He is a reliever only. He has a 1 run and a 2 inning appearance limit before fatigue sets in. It's Jerome Walton, Dwight Smith, and Ryan Sandberg, 1, 2, 3 in the order to go in the 6th. All right, it's a 2-5-6. 2-5 is a 13. 5T, he's not tired, so it's a 13. And it's a, gotta flip back to the right chart. It's a 13, and that is a single for Walton. Now it's going to be Dwight Smith. we'll go over a stolen base. I'm going to send Smith to demonstrate the stealing process. So he's got a 6.3 stealing rating. All right. So the first thing we do is to look at the sum of his base stealing rating. We have to subtract the pitcher's pickoff move. Now, Ossie's pickoff move is a -1. 6 plus 3 is 9, -1 is 8. And that's still off the charts for a stolen base attempt. So now we look at Barry Lyons' defensive rating, and that is a 53. And here it is. All right, so with one die, he's going to get a jump on 2, 4, or 6, a good jump. And on 2, 4, or 6. So the first thing we have to do is to roll the 3 dice, take the high one, which in this case is a 4. All right, so you got a poor lead. Here's our chart. Lions is a 53. We rolled a 4 as the high number. Excuse me, you got a good jump. You got a good lead. And now we have to see what this matches. We have to re-roll. And it matches the second number on Walton's rating. The 3 matches the second number. So he got a good lead. Stealing second. It matches the second number. And so he's safe on the steal. Stolen base for Walton. He's at second with nobody out. Dwight Smith now with a chance to drive in a run for the Cubs and make it 8-3. Ossie's pitch is a 1-1-3, so it's an 11. 0 and a 9. It's a 0. We look at the high number, that's a 3. That turns it into a 13. And that is a short fly to right. Strawberry's going to make that catch. And it's short, so he's going to hold. And now it's Sandberg. 1-3-6. 13 on Sandberg's card. 22T. He's not tired, so we keep the 13. The 13 with a runner on second is a short fly to right. Doesn't match the defense check, so don't need that. And there's 2 down. Now it's Grace. 2-2-3, 22, 13R. He is a right-hander, so that one's going to take precedence. But it's to right again, and it doesn't match the defense check. So Strawberry is going to tie a record held by many and make all 3 putouts. We go to the bottom of the 6th, and it's 7-3 Cubs. Steve Wilson out for inning number 2. He'll face Elster, and then the top of the order with Samuel and Magadan. 1-1-5, 13 lefty. He is, so we'll take this one. Excuse me. Single for Elster. He's aboard. So the Mets have a start to an inning. Now it's Samuel. Wilson the stretch, and the pitch is a 3-4-4. 3-4 is a 19. 3-4 is a 14. So we're going to take the 14 with the runner on first. Hits a base hit. Elster stops at second. Look at the little rally the Mets have going. Nobody out in the bottom of the sixth. We got some work to do. They're down 4. Now it's Magadan, lefty. 2-3-6. 2-3 is a 12. 2-3 is a 4. He struck him out. The 4 rules the day on that one. Now it's Hojo. 1-1-5. So that's a 1-1. That's a 0. And that's a 19. We'll take the 0. We'll use the high number to take another look here, and it's a 14. And with runners at first and second, it's a 14, and that's a base hit. So they're going to hold Elster at third, and the bases will be loaded. Now for Strawberry, who is a left-handed batter also, of course, so Wilson's going to stay in the game. 2, 4, 6, 12, 18. It's a 12. It does not, the 6 does not match the number on the chart, so it's going to be a grounder to first. Grace is gonna flip to Wilson covering, and that will retire Strawberry as Elster scores from third, and the other runners move up. So it's second and third with 2 outs now. A run in for the Mets. It's 7-4, and McReynolds is up. That's gonna do it for Wilson because he is now tired, having surrendered his 1 run in a relief role. So I'm going to the pen, and I'm bringing a little righty. And it's going to be Les Lancaster. Who was so good out of the Cubs pen in '89. Setting up Mitch Williams. Now, McReynolds is up, second and third. McReynolds is the tying run. He's 1 for 3 in the game. The pitch, 33 is a 5. 33 is a 4. 33 is a 0 on Lancaster. We take the high number for Lancaster. It's an 8. And that is going to be second and third. There's second and third. It's a line out right back at Lancaster, and that's going to end the inning. So Lancaster comes in and saves the day for the moment. We've played 6. It's 7-4 Cubs. In the top of the 7th, it'll be Dawson, Berryhill, and Law coming to the plate for the Cubs. Dawson's 0 for 3. The pitch is a 3-4. 17. A 10D. It's not a double play situation, so we take the 17 with nobody on base. And that is hit to center field, and here comes Juan Samuel to put it away, and there's 1 gone in the 7th. This high number did not show up on the board. Now it's Berryhill. 2-4-6. 2-4 is a 14B. It's both ways, so we'll take it. It's a 14 for Berryhill against the right-hander Ossie. With nobody on, it's a short fly. Center fielder Sam Wells going to get it. The high number's a 6. On the board, it's a 4. They don't match, so Sam Wells going to make the play. Now it's Law. 2, 4, 6. It's a 4, and it's an 11. We'll take the 4, and Law strikes out. That's Ossie's first strikeout. And it retires the side of the 7th. He's gone 2 innings. If any of his tees had popped up, of course, that would have been bad news for him, but we got away with it. I wanted to see how that worked and show you that it is possible to pitch fatigued, even though Sutcliffe didn't do it well earlier in the game. All right, Lancaster's back out. He's in his 2nd inning of appearance. So he's okay fatigue-wise right now. Lyons is up, then Tuffle, then Carter, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6. 4, 5 is a 12D. It's not a double play situation. So we take the 19 on Lancaster's card, and that's a short fly. The number on the board is a 5. This is a 6, so they don't match. Dwight Smith's going to make that catch for out number 1. Now it's Tuffle. Bottom of the 7th, Mets trailing 7-4. 1, 2, 4. To 4 for Tuffle. It's a 10 for Lancaster. Hey, struck him out. 2 gone in the 7th. The bats have gone silent. And now Carter. 1, 5, 6. Right-hander. It's a 14. We'll take it. And a 14 with the bases empty is a short fly to center field. The number on the chart's a 4. This is a 6, so Walton's going to make that catch. And Lancaster has a 1, 2, 3, 7. So we go to the 8th. It's 7-4 Mets. I'm sorry, 7-4 Cubs. New pitcher coming on for the Mets. Rick Aguilera. Top of the 8th, Dunston. Then Webster, then Walton. 1, 4, 5. It's a 9 for Sean. It's a 4 for Aguilera. That's a strikeout, and there's 1 gone. Webster up. Mitch, 2 for 3, a pair of runs scored. One, 3, 6, 13, 5T. He's not tired. 13 rules the day. And it's a single for Webster. He's got his 3rd hit. Now it's Walton with 1 on. And 1 out. Aguilera. 1, 5. For a lefty. No, he's not a lefty. It's a 2. And that's popped up. We look for the number on the chart. It's a 5. This is a 6. They don't match, so Lyons is going to make the F2 foul out play, and that's 2 down in the 8th, and now it's Dwight Smith. Webster still at first. But now with 2 outs. Aguilera, 33 for the low numbers. It's a 4 for Smith. It's a 0 for Aggie. A 6 on Aggie's card gets us an 8 for Smith. That is a double play chance. Tuffle's going to go the short way to Elster, and that'll retire the side because that's all they need. So we go to the bottom of the 8th, and it's 7-4 Cubs. The Mets bullpen has been shut down tough on the Cubs. So now we're in the bottom of the 8th. Cubs lead by 3, 7-4. And Mitch Williams is getting ready in that Cubs bullpen Elster, Samuel, and Magadan coming up for the Mets, and I don't think so. So we're going to have boy. I don't know. We're going to have Hernandez bat for Elster, even though he's not much of a leadoff man. As you remember, Keith kind of slow. But he's going to bat for Elster here in the 8th. Going to need a new shortstop in the bottom of the 8th, and that's going to be Keith Miller. Hernandez against Lancaster now. This is Lancaster's 3rd innings appeared, so he's tired. Got to watch those T's. 33, it's a 4. 33 is a 0. We take the 0, it's a 4. It's a 1 on the bases empty chart. And the 1, we have to rethrow all 4 dice. Okay, now we rethrow and we got a 6, so that's an 8. And the 8 is a line out without a defense check. A line out to Sandberg. So Hernandez pinch hits for Elster and lines out to Sandberg. 1 down in the 8th. Now it's Samuel. Lancaster's still tired, so the T's can burn him. 2-3 is a 4. It's a 10. We'll take the 4, and that's a strikeout. Lancaster's 2nd. And now it's Magadan. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. 1-4-5. It's an 18 for Magadan. It's a 13E, so we'll take that because the bases are empty, and it's a base hit for Magadan. Trying to get Lancaster through this inning. Hojo is at the plate now with Strawberry on deck. Gonna have to go to Williams for Strawberry. See if Lancaster can get Hojo. There's 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. 7-4 Cubs. The pitch is a 1-3-5, 13, and a 9. So it's a 9. We take the low number with the runner on first. And it's not a 6, so it's going to be a 4-6 put out as Sandberg goes to Dunston covering for the 3rd out. And that retires the Mets in the 8th. We go to the 9th. It's 7-4 Chicago. Aguilera back out. He can give you, in his 3rd inning of appearance, he can get tired. So he's okay for the 9th. He'll face Sandberg, Grayson, Dawson, 3-4-5 hitters. The new shortstop is indeed Keith Miller. He will bat in the 9 spot, where Hernandez hit for Elster. Pitch to Rhino is a 1-2-4. That's a 13L. He's not an L. He's a right-hander. So we take Aguilera's 10, and that's grounded to Miller. This is not a 6, so we don't do a defense check. Sandberg gloves it and fires to, Miller gloves it and fires to Magadan, and that's out number 1. Now it's Grace. Grace is 1 for 3. 45 is a 22R. Yes, Aguilera is a right-hander, so we're taking this. 22 with bases empty. is going to be hit over everything, and it's going to split Samuel and McReynolds for a double. So Grace is in scoring position now for Dawson. Aguilera's got a problem. 1 out. Grace at second. The pitch to Dawson. 1-3-6. 14. 5T. He's not tired. We take the 14, and that's got to move to a man on second. And the 14 is a base hit up the middle. Samuel charges and fires, but it's not going to be in time. Grace scores. It's 8-4. And now Aguilera is tired. Going to try and get him through the inning, though. Dawson at first, Berryhill up. Damon 0 for 3. 2-3-4. 2-3 is a 10. 2-3 is a 4. He strikes him out. Second strikeout for Aguilera. 2 outs now. Dawson still at first. 8-4 Cubs. Vance Law at the plate. Law is 0 for 4. 2-4-4 to 2-4. That's a 4. 2-4 is an 11. We take the 4. So Aguilera gets mad and throws some gas. It's a broccoli cauliflower medley. Cubs get an insurance run in the 9th, and it's 8-4 Cubs. Now it's Mitch Williams just because. And he will face Strawberry, McReynolds, and Lyons in the Mets 9th. They've got some work to do. 2-4-4. 12. 17. We take the low number. It's a 4, so we are going to do a defense check on this one. It's hit towards Sandberg. The white die is a 5, and that's going to have us rethrow the 3 red dice. And they're all 5s. There we go. Sandberg's defense is a 65, so it matches the second number. The high number matches the second number. So we're going to look at the chart again, and the chart is nobody out. I'm going to move this here so you can see, sort of. There we go. So with nobody out, it's the second number. It's a ground out from Sandberg to Grace. And there's 1 gone in the Mets 9th inning. Now it's McReynolds. 1 for 4 for Kevin. Williams looking to finish this. Not a save situation. 2-4. It's 15L, and it is an L. So Williams is a lefty. So we're going to take the 15 with bases empty, and it'll be a single up the middle. So McReynolds is aboard. Mets are breathing. And it's Lyons, who's 3 for 4. 2-2-3 is a 0 on Lyons' card, so we're going to take that. The 3 on the the 3 here goes on Lyons' card for a 1. The 1 gets us to re-roll. Take the high die, that's a 6, so that's a 7. With a runner on first. That's a comebacker. Knocked down by Lancaster. And we do have a 6 that matches. So that is going to be a fielding check for Williams. He's a 43. So we got to, let's see, we got a 1 here. So we're going to read the play result from the B1 column of the ballpark card. All right, so it's a ground out. No. So we look now at the no column with 1 out, and it's a ground out at first base with the runner advancing a base. So it's a 1-3 put out from Williams to Grace with McReynolds going to second. And now it's Tuffle. 2 outs, bottom of the 9th, last chance saloon. Tuffle 1 for 4 with a 3-run bomb. It's a 1-1-4 roll. So we take the 11, it's a 10, it's a 19. And we got a runner on second, not on first. So it's a 10, and that's a ground out to Vance Law. The 6 doesn't match the high number. He makes the throw to Grace, and the Cubs win the ball game. 8-4 victory for these Cubs. So this has been a full game demo for you of Clubhouse Baseball. Trying to keep things moving. Might have made a couple of slips, but not a difficult game at all to get a handle on, and especially when in the second half of the game, when the rolls were not going the hitter's way, game moved very quickly. And so, and I think that's been my experience too. In the 7 or 8 games I've played, this goes quicker each time you do it. So, like the game. Hope you've enjoyed the demos. If you haven't seen yesterday's, please check that out. Yeah. So thank you for joining me. Hope you have a wonderful day. And we'll see you again soon. So long, everybody.